This Saturday, April 22nd, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia are going to meet in the ring in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. This is about to be a huge fight, big fight. I don't think this fight is necessarily going to break down the way a lot of people think it is. I want to give my breakdown, at least a little small breakdown, just describing how I feel this fight may go, some of the strengths and weaknesses of both of these fighters and what they may have to do to win. It's fight week. I'm excited, and I think this fight may be a little bit bigger than I thought it was. So let's get into it. What's going on, fight fans, boxing family? This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, and blessings to everybody checking into the channel. Welcome to Gym Boxing. If it's your first time here, feel free to hang around with us, man. You can hit that subscribe button and all that good stuff. Really appreciate it, man. But let's get into it, man. This is a big fight coming up this weekend at the 135-pound division. There's been a lot of talk around this division lately. We got a lot of up-and-coming young fighters, man, that's starting to prove themselves in the sport. And we got an exciting matchup between two of the best ones that we know of right now at 135 pounds. And they're going to square off, man. So let's get into it real quick. Now, we know Gervonta Tank Davis is 28-0 with 26 knockouts. That's like, what, 90%, 80-something%? I'm not real good at math, but that's a high percentage on the KOs, man. He stands at a towering 5.5 feet, 5.5 feet, man. Big puncher, a lot of heart. Definitely a lot of boxing skills. You know what I mean? This kid has a lot of boxing skills. Some things that he has to work on still, you know, but we're gonna see if this is the fight that's gonna bring out the best in Gervonta Davis. Is this the fight where he's gonna really show the world that he's really in his prime? He's really the cash cow of boxing now, and we're gonna see, man. We're gonna definitely see. Now we got Ryan Garcia. He's 5'10", 23-0 with 19 KOs. Okay, this guy here is known for his lightning fast hands, man. This dude got fast hands. He's a pretty decent counter puncher. I mean, that's pretty much how he does his thing. He waits till fighters try to come in a little bit, and he shoot that left hook or that straight right. But he does a lot of things well. Very explosive with his punching power. We've seen, like I said, we know Gervonta Tank Davis got a lot of punching power, but Ryan Garcia knocked out 19 of his 23, and some of them were in vicious fashion, man. So we got to show that respect there. But we know Gervonta Tank Davis he's also a really good counterpuncher. He definitely likes to walk forward and counterpunch, put that pressure, man. That leads me into what I think Tank Davis is gonna have to do in this fight. I think he's gonna have to stay out of the way of Ryan Garcia's counterpunching, but he still has to apply pressure. So what I mean by that is he's gonna have to walk forward, apply just enough pressure to be able to land shots without getting counterpunched. So it's gonna be a tough task in my personal opinion, but I think what Gervonta Davis he's gonna have to do, he's gonna have to take Ryan down in deep water. He's gonna have to take him into the second half of the fight as fatigue starts to set in. He's gonna have to come on strong. So in my personal opinion, Gervonta Davis is gonna have to avoid punishment. He's gonna have to avoid getting hit a lot early on in the fight. And if he can do that and take Ryan Garcia into uncharted territories as far as what the type of fighter that he is. We know Ryan Garcia has been 12 rounds, which is cool, but he's gonna have to take him into the second half of the fight and really try to pressure and pound this guy to get him up out of there. Now, as far as Ryan Garcia, what I think Ryan Garcia has to do in order to be successful against Tank Davis, he's gonna have to early on establish dominance early in the fight with his jab and also counter punch with the left hook. He's definitely, in my opinion, pretty good at cutting the ring off. He's pretty good at walking towards fighters. But what he'll have to do is he'll have to establish that distance. Even if he does walk forward, he has to make sure that he's extremely careful and have just enough range to where Tank Davis is not going to be able to really hit him with nothing big. He has to keep his hands up and protect that chin. And I think with his height, I think he'll be able to be just out of range a lot of times and make it difficult on Tank. We know Ryan Garcia is sharp, he's quick, but then again, you know, Tank Davis, he's extremely short, so he's used to fighting, you know, taller fighters. We see this a lot where he fighting taller fighters and he's taking his time and walking the fighter down and applying all types of pressure, whether it's just mental pressure, just walking forward, just constantly staying focused on the target until he's able to make something happen. We've seen him do that. You know what I mean? But, you know, Tank is going to have to really, really, really put the pressure on Ryan Garcia and really, really try to counterpunch and hit him, you know, try to hit him with something that's going to get him up out of there, because we know Ryan Garcia, he's not just going to let you do what you want to do. He's very, very smart in the ring, if that makes sense. Ryan Garcia is definitely smart, and he knows how to stay just out of range of fighters that's shorter than him. You know what I mean? He knows how to stay just enough and back up just enough to where you can't really get him. But we have seen other fighters that's, you know, not so short, like everybody talks about when he got dropped by Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is not that short, but he was able to, you know, catch Ryan Garcia making a mistake when he left his hand down and got clipped. So my thing is, although we know that, you know, Tank Davis is not as tall as Luke Campbell was, but he still possessed the power and the speed to be able to counterpunch and get on that chin. You know what I'm saying? So I think that still can happen. We know both fighters are good at counterpunching. They both, you know, I think Tank Davis is really, really good with the combination of punches and then, you know, following up with multiple uppercuts. So that uppercut may have to be the punch that lands as well, man. But, you know, it really just remains to be seen. These are a few things that I've seen, and I think that actually has to happen. We know Tank Davis usually is a little bit of a slow starter, you know what I mean? But he kind of takes his fighters into the second half of the fight where he ultimately ends up getting them out of there, man. But you know what? In my personal opinion, I think in this fight, I can definitely see both fighters getting knocked down in this fight, to be totally honest with you, because I think this is going to be a high energy fight. It's going to be a lot of energy, it's going to be a lot of emotion in this fight. The crowd is going to be getting hype. You know, Gervonta Tank Davis, every fight I've seen him in, he's had a lot of interaction with the crowd during fights. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of energy in there. And, you know, Ryan Garcia and his team, I know they're going to come prepared. They're going to come ready to go. But I definitely can see both fighters hitting the can. And I know that's kind of crazy because have we seen Tank Davis hit the canvas before? If I can remember correctly, I don't think he's really hit the canvas before. I know there's been some slips and some falls and some things of that nature that I can remember off the top of the head, but I got a feeling both of these fighters may hit the canvas at some point in this fight. Just knockdowns, nothing crazy, but we'll see, man. I'll probably do like a prediction video later to say who I actually think is going to win the fight. I think it's a little bit tough to really say at this point, but you know, the easy thing to do is pick Tank, but just studying their fighting styles and studying how you know, their strengths and weaknesses and how they do their thing. I want to look into it a little bit more, man. We're gonna probably make a prediction video, but for right now, I think it's safe to say that I do think there's gonna be probably multiple knockdowns in this fight. But that's just my thoughts, man. I wanted to get in here and give a quick breakdown just so I can drop some content for you guys. If you guys disagree with anything I'm saying, that's perfectly fine, man. I appreciate all the viewership. Thank you for you know, supporting those that support. That's all I got for this one. Much love, peace, blessings. Thank you to everybody checking in, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.